guys, so today I'm going to be sharing 3 different ways to cut just basic t-shirts for football games. So one of them is this one, and I have 2 others for you. We'll just get right into it. I'm going to make 3. First, I just have this red tee with NC State across the front. I got a medium so that it would be a little oversized and I would have more room to work with it. I'm going to try to cut the choker V, and I had planned on doing the 3 lines across, so that's what I'm showing. But I forgot, and so this one is just going to be the choker V-neck tee. So I'm taking a pencil and deciding how low cut I want it to be, and I am going to mark it on the white part of the tee so that I can see it. I'm using a pencil because a permanent marker would show too much, so there's where I marked it. And I'm just realigning it a little bit. I am going to make little marks on the collar for where I want the V to begin. So you want to try to make it a perfect triangle, so mark 2 sides and the middle. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut. I'm using this pamphlet as a straight edge to cut from the choker part to the middle part, so I just drew a little light line with my pencil so that I would have a guide on what to go by. Now what you need to do is cut on those lines, and just remember that you have to start within the t-shirt, that you can't cut from the outside. You want to make a little hole in the t-shirt and then also cut out against the choker. So this is what the final product looks like, and now I'm going to cut a crop top out of it, so I'm marking where I want it to be cropped at. And now I'm just going to cut straight across right there. I have it on. I've rolled the sleeves up because they were a little baggy, and I love this one. I love how it turned out. And yeah, I have this black NC State tee. It is also a medium, and I'm going to try again to do the 3 bars choker tee. So I am choosing again how low I want it to be. I did not want this one as low cut as the other one, so that is what I'm trying. So now I'm using my straight edge and going to go for it and cut out the thing. If you see right there, I just cut a little hole in the t-shirt rather than cutting through the neck area. You don't want to cut through the collar, so just poke a little hole in there, and then you can use that as your starting point. So now I'm just realigning it, and then I'm going to cut through that part, and I left a little area to try to do the 3 bar part because you want to mark 2 or 3 places that you want to stop for a break so that you can make the 3 bars across, but this one ended up not working out for me. Just cut in the spaces that need to be open. So like if you want a line across the middle of the V-neck, you need to not cut where that line is, because if you cut it, it won't be there anymore, if that makes sense. It's really kind of self-explanatory. You just need to look at where you need the spaces and only cut where you want the spaces. So this is how you would do it, but I ended up ditching this idea. So now I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Once again, don't cut through the collar. I'm trying to cut straight lines across, and then I'm going to cut out the pieces within it, but I cut the lines crooked, so it ended up not working out. But I will show, I think, what it would have looked like. Okay, so I think I've realized that it's crooked, and I'm just going, forget it, we'll just make it a choker tee like the other one was. So now I'm cutting around the collar without cutting the collar. That is like the biggest thing you want to remember. Do not cut the collar. So I gave up on the 3 bars across because it didn't work, and I just tried to do a choker tee, but as you can tell, it's not straight, so I'm going to cut the neck out a little more to try to make it more slouchy, maybe off the shoulder. We'll just see where it goes because I've kind of messed up on this hole. So at this point, we're just going to have to work with what we have. So here I'm going to cut it into a deeper V and cut out towards the shoulder, but I'm not going to cut into the back of the shirt yet because I'm going to try it on and see how much of the back I want to cut out, if I want to cut any of the back part off at all. And I'm just doing the same thing on the other side. I'm going to use the straight edge maybe. Just trying to figure out how far from the collar I cut so that I can do the same thing on the other side. Now that I think about it, it might have been really cool to have left the collar and then made the front really slouchy. That might have looked really cool, but I didn't do that. So that's another idea. You guys know what I mean? Like those choker tops that have the choker attached in the back, so there's just a choker on the front and then like a low cut in the front. I think that that would look really cool with this, with it being off the shoulder and everything like that. So I kind of wish I had done that, but it's fine. I still like it like this. Just cutting over the edges a little bit to try to get them more cleaner. For some reason, I did not bring my fabric scissors to school with me, even though I am in the fashion textile college. I did not bring my fabric scissors because I was not planning to use them at all. So I'm doing the best I can with the scissors that I have in the dorm. So now I am cutting the extra fabric off the back, but still not cutting into the back of the tee yet because I don't want it to fit me too large. So I'm just cutting off that extra fabric that drapes onto the front so that that's not there anymore. And I've tied up the bottom of the shirt, as you can tell, just to make it a little less oversized without cropping it. And this is what it looks like on, so you can either do the whole one shoulder thing, or you can do an off the shoulder version of this tee. This one isn't my favorite. It's not that comfortable, but it does look really cute. So here's another option that you could do. And for my last shirt, I have this white one with the NC State and the little logo on it, and I am going to do a tie front top with this one. This one's really simple, so I'm just going to cut straight up the middle, a little crooked, but it doesn't really matter for this. And then I'm just going to grab the two ties and tie them in a little knot. So I bought this shirt a little oversized like I did all of them, but it actually doesn't need to be oversized for this style. I thought I might need extra fabric on the sides to tie the bow, but as long as the shirt's long, you don't need any extra fabric on the sides. So it's actually a little larger than I would like for it to be, but I still love it, and I've rolled the sleeves just like I did with the other tees, and I think it looks super cute. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and all of my social media will be on the next slide, so make sure to follow me there if you're not following me.